Hey, greetings everyone. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, Senior Fellow at the Media Research Center. And I also want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah as we are coming into this incredible Christmas season. But you know, the other day I was running, and one of the things I love is 80s music. As a matter of fact, when I'm in my Jeep, I love to listen to Sirius XM Channel 25, which is Classic Rewind. And so, for whatever reason, this song got stuck in my head, and it was from the 80s rock band called Simple Minds. And if you remember this song called Don't You Forget About Me, it was from that film, The Breakfast Club. But then all of a sudden I thought about something. You know, as this is the final month for the House Republicans to be in charge there in the House of Representatives, come January, we will have a new Congress, and that means Nancy Pelosi will be the Speaker, and the House Democrats will be in the majority. I started to think about some names that maybe we should not forget about. But then, of course, with the Democrats taking control, we probably won't hear these names anymore. See, Chairman Gerald Nadler is going to be taking over the House Judiciary Committee. And Chairman Nadler has already said that, well, he's going to look to impeach Justice Brett Kavanaugh now. So I'm thinking about why is it that he is going to impeach, or what grounds he's going to use to impeach Justice Brett Kavanaugh. As a matter of fact, there have been no Supreme Court decisions that have been issued out, so there's nothing to really evaluate him about. Oh, that's right. It's all about that other thing that was going on. See, don't you forget these names: Christine Blasey Ford, Julie Swetnick, Deborah Ramirez. But the important thing about remembering these names are remembering the false allegations and accusations that they brought forward. Remember the fact that there was no corroborating evidence whatsoever. But yet Gerald Nadler still wants to impeach Justice Kavanaugh on false allegations and narratives. But you have not heard those names, Christine Blasey Ford, Julie Swetnick, Deborah Ramirez, for quite some time. As a matter of fact, ever since Justice Brett Kavanaugh was sworn in as a Supreme Court justice, all of a sudden it just went away. But all of those weeks leading up to that point, it was just heated.
And no one is accusing Professor Kavanaugh of being a Judge Kavanaugh being a rapist, an attempted rapist, though. Yeah.
Is he an attempted rapist?
Potential attempted rape.
Attempted rape.
This is a charge of attempted rape.
Attempted rape occurring that is so critical to the nomination of Judge Kavanaugh.
And all the hearings that were going on and how women should be believed. But now we come to find out that a couple of them had admitted that their stories were false. They were just made up. See, I don't think that the House Judiciary Committee will be investigating Christine Blasey Ford, Julie Swetnick, or Deborah Ramirez. But the important thing for you and I is that we should never forget those names. And just the same, we have, well, that really cheeky fellow, Adam Schiff, representative from California, is going to be taking over the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. Sometimes I may think this might be an oxymoronic term, House and intelligence. But that's a topic for another video commentary. But think about these names that may be forgotten as Adam Schiff becomes the chairman: Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Christopher Steele, Bruce and Nellie Orr, Fusion GPS. See, Mr. Schiff is going to do everything he can to chase that white elephant, that, well, Sasquatch, that Bigfoot that they call Russian collusion. And he's going to expend a lot of taxpayer funds and resources to chase that which we know does not exist. Everybody's talking about how the Mueller investigation must continue on. But after 2 years, what do we know about the Mueller investigation? It is amazing to me that people talk more on the progressive media side of the House about a Michael Cohen who really, I mean, it's of no consequence, as opposed to Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Christopher Steele, Bruce and Nellie Orr, Fusion GPS. See, because the only collusion that is out there in our 2016 electoral process, presidential election, was the collusion of the Hillary Clinton campaign with an organization called Fusion GPS. Fusion GPS, who hired a former British spy by the name of Christopher Steele to coordinate with Russian operatives to create a phony and false dossier of salacious accusations, once again, false accusations, that somehow ended up in the hands of the FBI, and for whatever reason was not properly disclosed when brought before a FISA court for being politically, well, initiated. And now we have all of those names that we don't hear about anymore. Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Bruce and Nellie Orr, Christopher Steele, Fusion GPS. I, for whatever reason, don't really think that Representative Adam Schiff is going to be bringing up those names. See, the Media Research Center makes sure that these names are not going to be forgotten. The Media Research Center makes sure that the bias in the liberal progressive media is brought out to us forefront each and every day, because there is a bias. And every single one of us as Americans, we do want a free press, but we want a responsible press. We don't want a politicized press. We don't want propaganda. We don't want a media wing of the Democrat Party. But if we don't talk about these names, they will be forgotten. Let me leave you with 4 other names that have been forgotten, sadly, but true. Christopher Stevens, Sean Smith, Ty Woods, and Glenn Doherty. 4 Americans who were abandoned by their own country during an Islamic jihadist attack in Benghazi, Libya. No one held accountable. No one held responsible. As a matter of fact, we know that a former president by the name of Barack Obama lied about it. A presidential candidate by the name of Hillary Clinton lied about it.
What difference at this point does it make?
But yet, we have allowed the media to forget those names. And therefore, in a way, we have as well. See, Glenn Doherty, Sean Smith, Ty Woods, and Christopher Stevens, the ambassador, their souls are saying, don't you forget about me. And that's what we need to do in America. We need to take time and make sure that we have the resolve and the resiliency to understand what is happening to us from a progressive socialist media that is trying to manipulate truth or even hide the truth or even omit it from us. Don't you forget about me. Don't forget those names. Christine Blasey Ford, Julie Swetnick, Deborah Ramirez, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Christopher Steele, Bruce and Nellie Orr, and Fusion GPS. But don't forget the men and women who are sacrificing every day to make sure that we live in this great country.